Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
How you doing, folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with Scout. Got another interesting video for you here today with a new tank. This is the STI, my other tier 9 Russian heavy. This comes from the heavier of the two heavy tank lines in the Russian tree, if you will. It's bigger and slower, as you can see, than the IS-8. Mounts the same gun, but it does have much more armor. That turret front somewhere in the vicinity of, by the time you count spaced armor and you see the round curved nature of the turret there, about 258 or more millimeters thick. And the hull armor is also very strong. You can see the angling there. Very thick armor on this tank. Not so quick though. Looks a little quick there going downhill, but keep in mind that's only 32 kilometers per hour. So still getting used to the sluggishness of this tank, although I will say it is a great deal less sluggish than the KV-4 before it. Pretty good matchup here. We're top tier on Karelia. I'm in a platoon with Cav Scout. He's in his Waffentrager Auf Panzer IV, and coming around the corner here fighting for the hill as usual. I'm a little bit nervous right now about how many people are coming with me. And no, I'm not really worried about not having enough backup. I'm worried about, in fact, having too much. And I was thinking about going back, but once I saw that Type 59 pop up, I knew there was no way I was going to get back, and then all this piled up behind me. So now I'm trying to get the Type 59 out of that little hole. Really unfortunate that that shot missed. I'm not sure where that went. But I don't like going up where that KV-5 is going right now when there's a medium tank peek in there. Because in order to angle my armor effectively, trying to get a shot here at the IS-3, even if that had hit, I don't know where that one went either. I don't think it would have gone in just because of the angle. But as I was saying, I don't like being up where the Tiger II is right now. It was the KV-5, but he's gone up ahead. When there's a medium tank in that position where that Type 58 is, or Type 59 rather, because in order to angle my armor effectively against the low and those other tanks on the corner, you're not angled against the Type 59 and he can penetrate you. You saw there the penetration of the gun. That was a standard round right through the gun mantle of the low. Granted, the low is not exactly famous for its fantastic gun mantle, but you can power straight through the turret front of tier 8 heavies with this gun. Looking for a shot on the IS-3 here, but he's very cleverly hidden behind that wrecked Ferdinand. You see the green armor penetration indicator there flash up just for a second, but kind of chintzy. And the reload on this gun in this particular tank is a little bit longer than the IS-8. Of course, it probably has to do with my crew as well. So I don't really want to take a chintzy shot just to have that IS-3 back up and give me a good shot and me stuck with my gun reloading. So didn't fire there. Looking like they've backed off the corner here, and I can see that the north flank's in a lot of trouble. So what I want to do now is get up the hill, try to clear these guys off of this hill, and then come down somewhere around F7, get down off the hill and cut straight in towards our flag. I thought that Type 59 was going to get brave. I wasn't going to stop initially, but then he looked like he was going to try to peek again, and I'll take the free shot if he's going to give it to me, but doesn't look like he's going to, so I'm going to keep pushing my way up this hill. Mr. KV-5 makes a little room. Thank you very much, Mr. KV-5. And get around the corner here and get a piece of this T-25 too. And the 112. 112 is the priority target. Not really too much worried about the T-25/2. Here, he's me using auto aim so that I can fire as soon as it comes around the corner because I know it's going to go in. It's a flank shot. And now I'm just keeping my armor angled, trying to bait him into taking a bad shot, which he does there. And then we blow him to the moon. And unfortunately, The Tiger 1 gets the kill shot on the T-25/2 before I can reload and finish him off. Now come around the corner again like we talked about. I want to cut in and get to the flag. You can see Cav Scout's already gone back in his Waffentrager. He's got a TD with him. There's nobody but a T-25/2 up there trying to hold off a 110, a T-30, and an STI. And the M103 hasn't been accounted for yet either, so that's not good. And oh! Hello, Mr. Yag Tiger 88. We'll take that shot. Ooh, and an IS-3 down there as well. Looks like that Yag Tiger 88's foolishly going to turn to engage us. Not a good decision on his part. Shooting down on him like this, we can really penetrate him at any angle. You see right now I'm shooting straight at the front glacis, because shooting down like this, that's actually flattened out, and there's no way that he's going to stand up to the gun on this tank. Not like that. Now we're trying to creep off of this hill. M103 was briefly spotted. You see him there at Charlie 7. Was looking for him before I came down and committed. Doesn't look like he's just waiting for me, so we rush down the hill here. Don't get our tracks taken off, fortunately. And now you see Cav Scout up there in his Waffentrager is in a fight with at least 4 enemy tanks on the flag. He does have a, well, he had an ISU 152 helping him out, but that guy just got shellacked. So now I'm trying to get through this water, and here's what I talked about earlier, the slowness of this tank. Look as it struggles at 13, 14, 15 kilometers an hour trying to get through this water. And now you see what the other aspect I wanted you to see, toe-to-toe here against an M103. Fired just a, not really even a snapshot, just a shot on the move to try to get him to back up, and it actually went in. Not really worried about him though. I wanted to get a shot up on the hill to reset, but there you see Cav Scout kills the IS-2. Well, actually he hits him, and then the Yag Tiger destroys him, and that gets us a pretty clutch reset. Trying to put around into the side of this STI's turret to try to help Cav Scout out, but yeah, mysteriously round disappears again. Bounce a shot from the M103 there. He backs up to reload, and now I'm aiming for his weak spot, just to the inside of his tracks, right there on his lower glacis. And we get a good hit for 512 points of damage. Stuck here while the tracks come back on. Not feeling real great about that. I know artillery's got to be looking at me. There's another penetrating hit on the M103. I think he penetrated me in kind. And I really don't think the M103 is doing playing smart here. He's got actually a faster rate of fire. I think he'd have been better off trading, because I think by the second shot he would be getting 2 for every 1 of mine, but instead he tried to tit for tat, and that's not winning exchange for him. Also, it may have been artillery that hit me just a moment ago. You see I already missed just barely right there. But M103 trying to play ring around the rosy. We get him as he comes back around. And you can see up on the scoreboard there just to the right, we accounted for 1,850 of that M103's hit points, so pretty much wiped him off the board. Took very little in return. I think that one hit we took was actually not from him. I think that was from their Crusader that splashed one on us, but I'm not sure. And now I've turned around to go mop up, with there only being a low and the Crusader left on the enemy team. And here again, primary weakness of this tank. You see it makes pretty good speed when it's nice, flat, and level, but as it starts to slope just the slightest bit or get a little bit wet, we're already slowing down to 27 kilometers per hour. And I think that's really the primary, I don't want to say weak point per se, but the, the primary failing of this tank is that it's just not as maneuverable as some of the other Russian heavies in the same line that you've been used to. Trying to line up a shot on this low. Can't really get it through those rocks, so again, keeping in mind this is not a fast tank. I'd rather just keep moving and try to close up the distance rather than take pot shots from far away. I saw him on the other side of that rock. There's the green armor indicator. Auto aim, fire. Ninja that kill before somebody else gets it. And now nobody left but artillery. Based on where he hit us before, he's probably hiding up here somewhere around their cap circle. And here again, speed, look at this. 10 kilometers an hour going up this relatively gentle incline. Just get to the top. And finally we're starting to crest this thing and pick up some speed just in time to pick up that Crusader. Zoom in and take this shot. Bam. And there's our 5th kill. And that's game. One of the first games I ever played in the, how would you say, completely modified. Got all the additions on it, STI, and it's a pretty good game. Let's take a look at the results screen. So here you see the results of that battle in the STI on Karelia. Good enough for a first class mastery badge, not quite enough for a mastery badge. Able to pick up a Reaper medal, and I can never remember if that's the sharpshooter or the master gunner badge. This is an 8.11 replay, by the way. Able to rake in 43,692 credit, 2,334 experience points, with that being a double for the first victory of the day in the STI. Looking at the detailed report, I was able to pull off 4,473 points of damage and get 5 kills. Just a little bit less damage than that Yag Tiger on our team, but good enough to get 1,167 points of experience, which is good enough for first on the team. And really, I gotta say that the tier 9 players on the other team kind of played into that. You can see they didn't do nearly as well as they needed to do for their team. Only 1,496 points of damage for the M103, 1,700 for the T30, and 1,800 for the STI. You really think that they would have performed a little bit better in that kind of matchmaking, but I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. Taking a look at the detailed report, you can see that I fired 16 shots. Of those 16 shots, got 12 hits, but of our 12 hits, every one of them penetrated, giving us our 4,473 points of damage. Took 7 hits, 4 penetrated, 3 bounced. Keep in mind, a couple of those penetrations were actually tracks, no damage. And yeah, there's that splash I was talking about earlier, so that wasn't in fact the M103 that penetrated. Total potential damage received, 2,630 points of damage. Spotted enemy 2, enemy tank, damaged 5, and destroyed all 5 that we damaged. And even got credit for 713 points of assistance damage. Managed to travel 2.1 kilometers in that slow tank. And of our 43,692 credits after repair and rearm, brought home 20,466. So there you have it, folks. That was my first game in a full up STI. I gotta say the grind was a little painful. The stock turret and some of the guns that you go through are not the greatest, but once you get it all kitted out, I really like this tank. I'll probably do a garage review of it here shortly, but I've been sitting on this game for a while and I wanted to get it out and give you guys a chance to see it and see the STI, and just let you know that I really think this is a great tank. It's entirely different than the IS-8, but it is a good tank in its own right, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I think it competes well with the E75. And really, I think I like this tank a little bit better just because its rate of fire isn't quite so bad. So there you have it, folks. First look at the STI. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see a garage review, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.